Adventures. We're on an adventure today. Sheila's behind the camera.
Hi guys, hope you're having a great morning.
McCoy.com if I left that out. We are in, well, right there says Micro. We're coming up on Sarah Ann, West Virginia. Omar and Sarah Ann. We're over in Devil Anse Hatfield's later in life territory. Coming up on Island Creek, where Devil Anse Hatfield W.V and his family moved to after 1888 when they burnt the cabin of Randall, McCoy, and Sarah and killed more of their family. So this is where he moved. We stayed in Pikeville. We've been up here for a couple of days. We stayed in Pikeville last night, and we've got 63 miles on the odometer that we've traveled from Pikeville there at Randall McCoy's house. 64, it just turned over.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
64 miles to where Randall McCoy's home place is in Pikeville, to where Devil Anse in the Island Creek area where he's moved to. And Chauncey. So we're just going to film a little bit, let you see. She can move it around there and let you see different areas. Omar Elementary School.
Yeah.
So we're in Omar. We should have passed
An old building.
Incorporated sign.
Wow.
Maybe it'll be close. The Omar community. And this is Steven Hatfield. Friend of mine is Sheila, him and Debbie. This is his home place. This is where he's from. In fact, we're going to stop by up here. I don't know that we'll stop, but we will
Go by it.
yeah, and film, and it's changed a lot since Steven's passed away. And used to be his grandpa. Steven lived out back of his grandpa.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Turn that off.
Yep.
Or turn it all the way down. Here's Omar sign there, and that we're coming into. Steven lived out back of his grandpa, Jack, handsome Jack Hatfield. And Jack's house, it fell in several years ago, and I think since then they've cleaned up the area, tore it completely down. Yeah, go ahead there.
Yeah.
Look at that Marine Corps flag there.
Oh shoot, I missed it.
Yeah.
I was looking at the house that fell in.
And so this is Steven and Debbie's running area. Michael, their son. They had a son named Michael. All three are deceased now. And there's the Omar post office.
Yep.
And then just these are little communities in this area. And again, we should be coming up on Sarah Ann here in a little bit. We'll
Right now, this is Omar.
I'm trying to think of the name of this holler up here to the right, where that little restaurant is. You know what I'm thinking about, where they was going to send Debbie
Yes.
food from. Debbie was asking for food after Steven had passed away, and the local restaurant up there. Somebody had told her to
I don't know if we saw it.
we'll
We
see
know it,
here in a
but
minute. Barnabas, and
yep.
it's also the little holler where Tennis Hatfield one time, according to Steven. I'm not from this area. We're not. This may be it right
This,
here.
I was getting ready to say, I think this is it.
What's the name of that street? No, that's Sandstone. Cow Creek. There it is.
Okay.
Way to go, babe. Cow Creek up through there. There's a little restaurant up through there, and used to be, according to Steven, Tennis, his grandfather, owned a saloon up in there. Restaurant, gambling hall, saloon, whatever you want to call it. Of course, Tennis and his brother Joe were both sheriffs, elected sheriffs here in Logan County at one time in life. Tennis, of course, he inherited the home place up here after Levacy had passed away.
Yeah.
That was their baby son. Devil Anse and Levacy's youngest son was Tennis.
Yeah. Usually the baby gets the home place.
Yeah, and he had paid for the Devil Anse's funeral and all this and that. He's also the one that Jim McCoy shook hands with that never had nothing to do with the feud growing up. But Tennis got in some financial troubles. And he ended up burning the old home place down. Now, he took everything out of it, according to Steven. In fact, we have a lot of items from Steven that came from that house, or supposedly. You know, we wasn't there back then. Steven wasn't there. We don't try to be like some people, things that we don't know for sure about or something, but we think they're authentic. But Tennis hid a bunch of stuff out in barns and different places from the home place after the home place burned up, and then he gave it to Jack, his son. Jack passed it on down to Steven. Of course, later on in life, Starrett, here's another little community. Later on in life, of course, Steven, we met Steven and became friends, along with another fella that was once a good friend of mine. And Steven was a treat. He was full of information. If some of the people that's around here now tried to pull some of the stuff they're pulling now, or telling some of the stories as the truth, Steven would have corrected them in a heartbeat. He was, I think Steven and me and another guy and my brother Barry and Sheila are all just alike. We're not afraid to speak up. Sheila, of course, speaks in a different manner. She don't get passionate like I do. She don't get passionate enough.
Oh, is that what it is?
You gotta learn to get passionate, baby.
Okay.
But Steven, of course, passed away, him and Debbie. And
Yeah.
he passed away, and 6 months later, Debbie passed away. And
Yeah.
a couple of years later, Michael passed away, their son. They've got a daughter, still living. And
It's about a year later, wasn't it?
up there's Cap Hatfield's grave right up there on that hill.
Yep.
I'm sorry we got talking
Passed it up.
and I wasn't paying no attention, but
Yeah.
up there on that hill's Cap Hatfield's grave.
Yeah.
Here's Cap Hatfield. All this used to be Cap Hatfield's property. You've seen this before. We've made a video.
The bridge is right up here.
Here's Cap Hat. Go ahead and take it. Here's Cap Hatfield's bridge.
Right there's this bridge. Right there.
We've done a video on it. Here's
There
your.
you go.
There's the plaque on the side of the bridge.
Yeah, his house set up to that.
The house set right over there. We've got pictures in our big book. Of course, we have no books for sale right now, but we've got a 900-page book that's got more information than anything that's ever been produced. And all right, we're going to we'll tune back on. Well, here's Sarah Ann. Let's go ahead and let you see the Sarah Ann sign. Let me pull in up here at Stevens, and
Yeah, we might as well go ahead and get
there's the
that.
Sarah Ann post office.
Yeah, I tried to switch and get it there.
I'll try to. Right out front here is where Jack. Yeah, is where Jack Hatfield, Handsome Jack's place was. Right in here, and they've tore it down. Here is Stevens' place over here to the left. This is a bridge we're going across. It's called Kingston Street. And right here on the left is you sit underneath that tree right there where them cheers was, Chad. There's Stevens' little outbuilding.
Yeah.
Here's the little double wide there. They've painted or put vinyl on it. That's Steven and Debbie's home place. And the lady I think that used to live in the yellow house, we know her name, nice lady, but she bought that.
Yeah.
She ended up buying Steven and Debbie's place
Yeah.
from their daughter after they passed away.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go right here and turn it on. Turn around.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave the camera on because the next place we're going to go is actually going to be Devil Ance's graveyard, and we'll film Steven's going back out. We started to get out and do a movie, but there's not a whole lot to do a movie of. They're not there no more. And but that is his home place.
Yeah.
And Sheila will film from her side. But Steven was a heck of a fella. He was a tell it like it is kind of guy.
Yeah. And where that one house is sitting at now is where the other house was.
Yeah, the old house was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's tore down now. See that tree there? Underneath that tree is where we sit.
Yep.
Even later on in life, after Steven passed away, we come over and sit with Bob Maynard.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this used to be Jack's place.
Yep.
This was all just an old house that was falling in.
Yeah.
And they tore it down and they built another house.
Wow.
Now up here on the hill is a friend of ours. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Way up around the hill. The trouble we'll see that as we get closer to it, but that's where Willard McCoy and his wife Kathy lives. And after Steven died at Phillip Street, right up there, that's their house.
That house off the main top there.
Yeah, with the porch lights on.
Yeah.
That's Willard McCoy. Around from Willard McCoy's is where the Jim Vance's, some of his family once lived up that holler.
Yep.
And so we're going to go up here to the Hatfield Cemetery. Sheila's wanting to do another video on somebody, and we're going to do that. And well, you'll find out about it in a minute. But we're coming up. Here it is. Here's four-wheelers coming out. This used to be the old Hatfield Museum right there, that trailer. And if you don't know where you're at, we're at the Devil Ance's Hatfield Cemetery.
Cemetery hours, it says now.
And we're going to get out here.